Hey y'all, Teannabranae here. Welcome back to my channel. We got another book review from my handy dandy notebook. Alright, once again, it's a black romance, as usual. Name of the book, Drunk in Love by Tay Monae. Sidebar, I think it's really cool how a lot of her book titles, if I'm not mistaken, I feel like a lot of her book titles are also song titles, which I think is dope. Anyway, we're gonna read my little synopsis. Alright, it's about a rapper named Cazier. I hope I'm saying that right. And a down on her luck average girl named Nyasia. They find themselves married after a drunk night in... Why did I put a night in Paris? They were in Vegas, girl. A drunk night in Vegas. I don't know why I wrote Paris. It is an enemies to lovers romance. They are essentially forced to stay married for Kazir's image because it gets out that they are married. So once the news breaks that they're married, they kind of are like forced into the situation of staying married. I rated the book 4 out of 5. Let's get into it. My likes. I loved Kaz's mom's reaction when she first meets Nyasia. A lot of times they make these scenarios real, oh, my new daughter-in-law. I like the fact that she was like, who are you and why you here with my rich son? Like, she was not immediately accepting of Nyasia. Nyasia didn't like it, but I found it very realistic, so I enjoyed that. It isn't a good fake relationship. The relationship starts off as fake because it is a marriage of convenience. It'll help Kaz's career look better if he stays married because they find out that Nyasia is pregnant. So he's kind of stuck with her because he can't leave her. Because now not only did you have a drunk night and get married, you left her and she's carrying your baby. And that does not look good for the press. So now y'all got to stay married. But it's not a good fake. In the beginning, everybody questions it. He does interviews. She does interviews. They meet people in public. And everybody's like, y'all don't like each other. This can't be real. Y'all can't be in love. Y'all don't seem like y'all in love. And we see them kind of try to like force the fit. Like, okay, let's start going to dinner every week. Let's start going shopping. Let's go to the mall together. We got to be seen out in public because we need to convince these people that we are in love. So we get to see that play out, which I do enjoy. Things that I did not like in the book. A rapper with a bad rep is normal. That's what I said. To me, as somebody who grew up listening to hip hop, R&B, like, we all are black here more than like, we know the culture. The fact that he was going to be penalized for this one thing, I mean, yeah, he had a bad image prior to, but like, the fact that this was the icing on the cake was not realistic to me. All rappers have bad images. Like, all rappers look bad in the press. Like, I just didn't feel like that was a reason for them to get married. I mean, she probably came up with the story idea first and then we're like, oh, let's set it to the background of a music artist. But all rappers got bad images. The idea that a rapper has to get married to make their image look better, I didn't care for. I felt like they could have got a divorce. I think it would have been more interesting if if she was pregnant and they had a divorce and he still had to be around her, and then in him being around her, he's like, oh, wait a minute, she's dope. I like her. I think that would have been cool to see, as opposed to forcing them to not only be married, but now she got to live with him. And they're like this ready-made family, yada, yada, yada. I wasn't really here for that, but I get it. I'm sorry I keep clearing my throat, y'all. I'm sick. Just deal with it, okay? Just deal with it. The other thing that I did not particularly care for, Nyasia never takes accountability in the whole book. Nyasia gets to Vegas by stealing money from her ex-boyfriend. She had an ex-boyfriend named Damien who she stole some money from. She furnished her apartment with the money and she made a trip to Vegas to decompress because she's going through a lot. And her boyfriend is in prison. So in my mind, you stole the money. That's the first thing I thought when I read that. I said, oh, she stole the money. She never takes accountability for it. The whole book, she just said, the money I got from my ex, the money I got from my ex. I think she stole that cash. I think she stole it. Um, she keeps stuff from Kaz's team, okay? In the book, Kaz is, I don't remember if she was like his publicist or his manager. I can't remember what she was. But the lady asked, like, is there anything we should know so we could put the fire out before it starts? And she's like, nope, nothing at all. Meanwhile, she has an ex who she's clearly stolen from, and he's wondering what's going on. And the whole book, she's pretending he does not exist. She has girls from her past pop out like, hey, what's good? You know, Damien finna get out soon. And she's like, Kaz is asking her what's going on. His assistants and whatnot asking her what's going on. She's like, ain't nothing going on. We good. I'm good. The baby good. Ain't nothing going on. Ain't nothing going on. Whole time these people are on her ass. He gets out of prison and tries to blackmail her into giving the money. She gets exposed in the press for meeting with an ex. And she's like, I didn't cheat. He just wanted to meet with me. But she still doesn't tell Kaz what he wants. Like, it's like the whole book, she's like, she keeps secrets. And Kaz on the other end is like pouring his heart out to her and confiding all this stuff in her. And she's kind of just like, I don't want to talk about me. So next, but let's talk about you some more. She never addresses it until it's like the last minute and she ain't got no choice but to address it. Then it's like, okay, I need to talk. Okay, I need to tell him this is going on. The other thing that got on my nerves in the book, left home at 18, but she had an abortion at 22. And Kaz pissed me off about this too because he blamed her parents. Okay. The backstory is, excuse me, Nyasha starts dating Damien when she's a teenager. At 18, her parents want her to drop him and go to school. She's basically like, I'm not giving up this man. It's my man, my man, my man. Her parents was like, okay, well, if you want to go against us, you grown, you can leave. She leaves and never comes back, okay? At the time of this book, she's 24, y'all. Keep that in mind. She's 24. She's dating Damien at 18, okay? She gets pregnant at 22, and she has an abortion. And the whole... Damien makes it a... Not Damien, I'm sorry. Kaz makes it a point to reach out to her family for her. Like, hey, she needs y'all. Y'all need to be there for her. And he's basically like, y'all were crappy parents for abandoning her at 18. Y'all don't know what she's been through. She was FA'd, and Damien is this terrible person. And her parents are like taking all this lashing from him. And it's like, they told her she was terrible at 18. She chose to go. They didn't put her out to put her out. They put her out because she was a my man at 18. And you keep saying she was, and Damien, that Kaz is telling her parents she was young. Y'all should have been there for her. No, she wasn't that young. She was still messing with him 2 years ago, sir. It's not like this happened to her at 18. She figured it out at 19 and just couldn't go home. She got pregnant at 22, sir. Which means right before you, she was still kicking it with him. And she would still be kicking it with him if he didn't go to prison. That has nothing to do with her parents. What she was doing at 22 has nothing to do with her parents. Like, the book, I feel like, was trying to make us feel bad for her. As if she got pregnant at 18, or 19, I'm sorry, and really wanted to go home but couldn't. That's not how it happened. Her parents told her, us or him. She chose him, and she knew he wasn't a good boyfriend. He probably was cheating on her and everything. And she chose him. She stayed with him. Okay? 22, she got pregnant by him. Got rid of it. 22 had nothing to do with her parents kicking her out at 18 for dealing with the same man. And I just did not like the way Kaz pulled up on them, talking down on them about it, when she was a full-grown adult. Now, don't get me wrong. Can your childhood and your upbringing affect your decision making? Yes. But at some point, you need to stand in your accountability. Which, once again, as I wrote, Naija never takes accountability. She spends the whole book talking about how her crappy parents made her life so crappy. Cass starts to feed into that as well, and he starts talking about how her crappy parents made her life so crappy, and now here he is to save her. But in reality, she was hard-headed and made dumb decisions. Because your parents kicking you out at 18 had nothing to do with you still being with that man at 22 and having babies with him. And I'm guessing, still in the cash. But that was my take on that book. Overall, like I said, I rated it a 4 out of 5. Naija was annoying throughout the whole book. Cass, I did not mind, but Naija was annoying. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Like, comment, subscribe, take accountability for your life. Let me know what you guys want to see in any other book reviews that you're interested in me doing. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.